City kid. I'm here in New York City, Times Square, and Schubert Alley, at Stars in the Alley, where nearly 25 of the hottest Broadway shows are going to be performing numbers. I can't wait to get to interview the stars. I'm here with Chuck Cooper and Santino Fontana from Act 1. So, guys, Moss Hart's story is such an inspiring, incredible one. What's it like bringing that story to the stage?
Wow. Well, Santino is the one that can really answer that question, but watching him do it, I can tell you it's an amazing journey. He runs like a mile and a half during the show and goes through an incredible rags to riches journey, but I'll let Santino.
It's a great cast of 22 great actors who get to tell the story of Moss Hart's basic journey from nothing to writing a play on Broadway. And I'm just lucky to get to help tell that story.
Do you guys have a craziest audition story?
A long time ago, I had 2 auditions in one day. One was for a girl who was 19, and the other one was for a girl who was 17. I was 18 years old. When I auditioned for the 19-year-old, they said I was too young. When I auditioned for the 17-year-old, they said I was too old. And it was a very depressing day.
This is such a powerful story, Newsies. So why is it an important story to share?
Not only is it such a powerful story, it's true. Like, it's a bunch of kids who are fighting for their rights, and that's so resonant even today that it's amazing to still do it.
Yeah. Any story of a group of underdogs, a minority group, winning a battle is amazing. You know, it's like the classic David and Goliath syndrome. It's anyone will root for an underdog. So everyone has a way to connect to it.
A few months ago, Carol came up on stage to raise money for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS and saying "You've Got a Friend" with the cast. What was that experience like?
It was thrilling. I mean, we never imagined that she would come on stage and surprise us like that. So it was wonderful.
I personally had every emotion that you could think of, from jumping up and down to laughing to crying. It was something we'll never forget.
Amazing.
It's a moment we will never forget. She surprised us. We all got to sing "You've Got a Friend." It was truly a moment I will never forget in my career.
Yeah, it was a jaw-drop moment for everybody, and there were so many moments of shock and tears, and it was fantastic.
Can you spill any more details about the revival?
Not quite. They'll be announcing some more people later, though.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Oh my gosh. They're just in for a treat. People are going to walk out amazed. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not very often that you see 3 guys sort of, heading a show that are acting, singing, and dancing. I think it sort of speaks to our art form in music theater, and really just, it's a very pure form of what we love to do.
You go out and you do regional theaters, and you just go out to have fun and work with good people, but we kind of knew we had something special when we all got there because everyone was so smart and fun and good to work with, and it was just kind of like magic happened.
Yeah, I mean, when we all got cast and we found out who else was going to be in the show, of course your mind as an actor goes to that place. This is going to be, special.
You're just stealing all the Tonys, and you totally deserve it. What's that been like, all those awards?
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible when people tell you, hey, you're doing a good job, keep it up. We're very, very proud of our show. We're so happy that people love it too. And it just makes us look forward to doing it every night that much more.
So, why do you think it's important to expose young people to theater? And, what would you like to say to all the people who dream of being on Broadway stage like you are?
Well, I was a little kid one day dreaming of being on Broadway, and it's important to dream because that's what got me here.
The first show I ever saw was Cats. It was long before your time. I was 5 years old. And from that moment on, all I wanted to do was see theater, be in theater, listen to soundtracks, read about it. And this was before the internet, so I didn't have as much access. I wrote letters to every single performer. And still to this day, on my coffee table, as a grown woman and a Tony Award winner, I have my scrapbook of all the headshots I ever got from Broadway stars.
That's like so similar to me. Yeah. So you said that your parents kind of thought theater was a fad, which obviously it didn't end up being. Did you think that you were going to end up on a Broadway stage with such a rich career?
Well, you know what? When I was 11 and 12, it didn't occur to me that dreams don't come true. And so I was very convinced as a 12-year-old. And then I turned 19 or 20 and I thought, wow, this is a really hard life I've chosen. So I do know that I'm super lucky But I also think that like no amount of hard work wasn't rewarded too. I worked really hard to get here.
I had a great time interviewing all the stars. It's a great Broadway season, so come check these shows out. Have your say on KidzVuz.com and tune in to the Tonys at 8 p.m. on CBS June 8th.